Good question, Terry said, crossing her arms. Terry, please, I'd like to do this my own way. Is that all right? Jack snapped, his temper frayed. Oh, Jack, I hate to see you mobbing around like this. This is Janet's wedding day, Terry reminded him, her voice softening. Jack sighed, running a hand through his hair. Yeah, you're right, Terry. On a day as important as this, I'm not gonna let some girl make me miserable. He paused, then muttered under his breath, I'm in pain. Mrs. Keneal, the organist, a woman of formidable presence and questionable musical talent, was already seated at the portable organ, her fingers poised. But I don't want you to start the wedding march until I cue you, Mrs. Keneal, Jack instructed, trying to regain some semblance of control. Oh, I just love weddings, don't you? Mrs. Keneal trilled, her eyes sparkling. Do you like watching train wrecks, too? Jack muttered under his breath, then forced a smile. Hey everybody, I bet that's the bride, Larry announced, pointing towards the door. Look who's here. Hey Philip, Jack greeted him, a genuine smile breaking through his gloom. Howdy, Jack! It's a big day, huh? Philip replied, his voice filled with an easygoing confidence. You got it. Oh, Jack, this is my best man, Tony Williams, Philip introduced his friend. Hi, welcome. Jack shook Tony's hand. Thank you, Tony replied. I'll go tell Janet you're here, Jack said, making his escape towards Janet's room. He knocked softly. It's me. Can I come in? Yes, Janet replied, her voice a little shaky. He pushed the door open. Terry was there, adjusting Janet's veil. Terry, just make sure it's like straight across the bottom. So Janet What's the matter? Jack asked, noticing the tremor in Janet's hands. Oh, Janet, you look so beautiful, he said, a lump forming in his throat. She truly did, a vision in white, her eyes shining with a mixture of joy and nerves. Oh, Jack Tripper, if you make me cry, I'm gonna kill you, Janet warned, a watery smile on her face. I just wanted to tell you Philip's out there, Jack said. Oh, then I'm not gonna kill you, she laughed, a genuine, joyful sound. Are you happy, Janet? Yes, Jack, I am. But I'd be even happier if Vicky was here. Her gaze met his, a silent understanding passing between them. So would I, Jack admitted, his heart aching anew. The minister's here. Mr. Furley poked his head in, his voice a frantic whisper. Mr. Furley, just a few minutes, Janet said, holding up a hand. Right. Jack, Terry, I wanted to. Mr. Furley started, then cut himself off. How many minutes? 2, 3. Mr. Furley, Janet exclaimed, exasperated. Take as long as you want, he quickly amended, retreating. Janet, you were saying, Jack prompted, sensing she had something important to say. Oh, well, I just wanted to tell the two of you that you guys are the very best friends. I just wanted to say how much you mean to me. Her voice was thick with emotion, her eyes welling up. Janet, Terry said, her voice soft. Yes, Terry. Shut up and get married, Terry said, a mischievous grin on her face, and a tear in her eye. Janet laughed, a genuine, heartfelt laugh that broke the tension. Well, is she ready? Is she ready? Mr. Furley shouted from the living room. She's ready. She's ready. Get ready, everybody. Now the wedding's about to start, Jack shouted back, a forced cheerfulness in his voice. Just as Mrs. Keneal hit the first discordant note of the wedding march, the front door burst open. Vicky, Jack exclaimed, his heart leaping into his throat. She stood there, breathless, her eyes wide with a mixture of anger and confusion. Jack, we've got to talk. The music screeched to a halt. The assembled guests stared, a collective gasp echoing through the room. I'm sorry, I didn't know, Vicky stammered, her gaze sweeping over the wedding decorations, the expectant faces. I'll be back, Jack mumbled to Janet, then turned to Vicky. Vicky, we do have to talk. Okay, just a second. He waved a hand at Mrs. Keneal. Mrs. Keneal, take 5. Come on. He pulled Vicky into the kitchen, away from the prying eyes of the guests. Excuse me, Vicky said, her voice still shaky. Oh my God. I walked in on Janet's wedding. It's all right. It's all right, Jack tried to reassure her, though his own heart was pounding. Oh no. I shouldn't have come here. She wrung her hands, her eyes filled with distress. Why did you? Jack asked, his voice gentle. To find out why you're trying to get rid of me. Her voice was a raw whisper, filled with pain. Get rid of you? Jack stared at her, bewildered. Yes, I thought we meant something to each other. Tears welled in her eyes. We do, Jack insisted, reaching for her hand. Well, then why do you want me to take that job in Houston? She pulled her hand away, her gaze accusing. I don't want to stand in your way. I know how much that job means to you, Jack explained, the words feeling hollow even to his own ears, tainted by Mr. Bradford's manipulation. Where did you hear that? Vicky asked, her eyes narrowing. From your father, Jack admitted, a fresh wave of anger washing over him. Oh, I should have known, Vicky sighed, a look of weary resignation on her face. Oh, Jack, that job means nothing to me. But you do. Oh, Vicky. Jack pulled her into a tight embrace, relief washing over him. The misunderstanding, the pain, it all dissolved in the warmth of her presence. So, tell me what my dear, sweet father said, Vicky asked, pulling back slightly, a wry smile on her face. He told me, Jack began, but was interrupted by a frantic shout from the living room. Harry, where's Jack? He's supposed to give me away. Janet's voice, laced with panic, echoed through the apartment. Larry, who had been hovering near the kitchen doorway, shouted back. Yeah. He's in the kitchen with Vicky. She's in the kitchen with Vicky. Yeah, but I don't think Jack is doing too well, Terry added, a mischievous glint in her eye. Larry, this has just gone far enough. Janet's voice was firm, a sudden shift from panic to determination. She marched into the kitchen, her wedding dress swishing around her. Nobody sees me, she exclaimed, seeing Jack and Vicky still locked in an embrace. Oh, no, that was low. That was really low, Jack mumbled, embarrassed. Oh, stop that, Janet commanded, her eyes blazing. Listen, you too, Jack. I know that you are crazy about Vicky. Janet, wait, Jack tried to silence her, his face beet red. And, Vicky, I know that you're crazy about Jack, Janet continued, ignoring him. Oh, Janet, listen, everything Vicky started, trying to explain. No, you listen. Now, I want you to stop. Stop acting like a couple of silly kids. And I want you to make up. And I want you to do it right now. Janet folded her arms, her expression stern. Jack and Vicky looked at each other, a shared smile breaking through their embarrassment. Well, what do you think? Jack asked. I guess we better do what she says, Vicky replied, her eyes twinkling. I think you're right, Jack agreed. They leaned in, their lips meeting in a tender, lingering kiss. The world outside the kitchen, the wedding guests, the furious Mr. Bradford, all faded into the background. There was only them, and the undeniable truth of their feelings. Now, that's more like it, Janet said, a triumphant smile on her face. Janet, what are you doing standing around? You're supposed to be getting married. Come on. She nudged them both out of the kitchen. As they emerged, hand in hand, Mr. Bradford's face was a thundercloud. Oh my God. Nobody sees me now, either, Larry exclaimed, seeing Mr. Bradford's furious expression. The minister, a kind-faced man who had been patiently waiting, cleared his throat. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today in the sight of God to join together this man and this woman in holy matrimony. Who gives this woman to be wed to this man? He asked, looking at the assembled guests. Jack stepped forward, a proud smile on his face. Well, normally it would be Janet's father, but since he's not here, you just say, I do, the minister prompted kindly. I do, Jack declared, his voice firm. The minister continued, his voice resonating with warmth. The success of a marriage is not just the responsibility of the husband and wife, but all those who love and are near to them. This marriage should not mean the end of old friendships. Rather than losing one another, you should feel more tightly bound than ever, sharing the joy and happiness. He looked at Philip. Do you, Philip, take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife to love, honor, and cherish, for richer or poorer so long as you both shall live? I do, Philip said, his eyes fixed on Janet, a look of profound love on his face. And do you, Janet, take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband to love, honor, and cherish for richer or poorer, so long as you shall live.